We spend about a third of our lives asleep, or we should. Yet in reality, most of us rarely get enough of it. Over the past 5 decades, our average sleep duration has reduced. The world over, it has decreased from 8.5 to just under 7 hours. Reports say 31% of people sleep less than 6 hours a night. 62% adults do not get enough sleep. Over a third of adults have reported sleeping problems. And this is global data. Tiredness has become the new norm. In fact, many countries have something called a sleep deprivation epidemic, like Japan, which is the most sleep-deprived country in the world. Do you know who comes second? India. In sleep deprivation, India comes second after Japan. Now, some nations are awake more than others, but across the world, sleep has become a rare commodity, and restful nights, a luxury item. This is a dream ticket for many companies, pardon the pun. An entire industry has awoken to our quest for better, deeper sleep. They have figured out that sleep sells and how. Reports say in 2019, the global sleep economy was valued at $432 billion. By next year, it could be worth about $580 billion, all thanks to bright-eyed entrepreneurs who are promising to get us some shut-eye. They offer everything from sleep trackers and robots to sleep suites with AI beds. Here's a report.
The business of sleep is buzzing. And why wouldn't it? Most of us rarely get enough sleep. Nearly a third of adults have reported sleeping problems. Over the past 5 decades, our average sleep duration has reduced. But as we fail to fall asleep, businesses are waking up to this golden opportunity. They've promised to come to our rescue by offering everything from sleep trackers to white noise machines. There's obviously robots too. They soothe people to sleep by using breathing techniques, only they need to be spooned and cost about $600 each. If this is out of your budget and a little creepy, apps promise to help as well by narrating bedtime stories. But the sleep industry isn't all gadgetry. At the low-tech end, there are pajamas. These are made from a special material which absorbs the body's natural heat, keeping one warm and cozy. Then there are weighted blankets. They mimic the feeling of being hugged. But for those who want a quick fix, there's always drugs. I'm talking about melatonin supplements or sleeping pills. Last year, this market was worth nearly $2 billion. Some methods are new, others are tried and tested. Yet sleep remains elusive. So people are heading off to sleepcations, meaning vacations with the primary goal of sleeping. In the past few years, there's been a boom in sleep tourism. More sleep-focused resorts are popping up. The Hyatt and high-profile hotels are offering sleep suites with sleep-enhancing amenities, like meditation pods and AI mattresses that track your snoring and REM cycles. While all of this may sound funny, in reality, it's quite alarming. It shows that there's a need for such oddities because people are just unable to fall asleep. Going to sleep isn't always a simple affair. Part of how easily we go to sleep is genetic. But our genes haven't really changed in the past century. So why are we having more trouble sleeping? The bigger reason is our environment. Experts say the more we light up our lives, the less we seem to sleep. When we stare at our screens all day, it's difficult to fall asleep at night. Nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol also negatively impact sleep. The closer they're consumed to bedtime, the more trouble you'll have sleeping. Depression and anxiety also curb sleep, both of which are on the rise the world over. Since the pandemic, both have risen by 25% globally. And as a society, we're becoming worse at going to sleep. But why should we care? Because sleep is vital. Sleep loss can cause obesity, hypertension, diabetes, anxiety, dementia, and even Alzheimer's. On the other hand, a good night's sleep helps our memory, learning, and mood. It makes us more empathetic and creative. It helps us manage stress. It can make us more competent and capable too. When we sleep better, we become better students, better workers, even better parents and partners. Honestly, sleep is like a magic potion. Now, if only we had a magic potion to sleep better. But science says we don't need one. We don't need savvy tools either. Going back to basics helps people fall asleep, like sticking to a sleep routine, exercising, staying away from electronics, and avoiding large meals or caffeine before bedtime. You see, your parents were right after all. I know, All of this is easier said than done. But the first step is to stop treating our brain like a laptop. It doesn't just power down with an off button. It needs time to wind down. So if you find yourself frozen in the middle of the night with your thoughts racing and 3 a.m. hunger pangs, maybe it's time to wake up to the fact that sleep shouldn't be an afterthought. Without sleep, staying awake is just no good.